Hello, all. Welcome to the final lecture of the series on effective technical communication in English. So, with this lecture, we will be closing the syllabus. Okay, our syllabus will, you know, undergo a closure. Okay, and we will also be closing the fifth unit. Okay, with this. Or all right. So, with this lecture. So now in this lecture, we will be looking at, the important aspects of oral and, visual presentation. Okay. Now, what happens is that oral presentation is also a form of verbal communication, like I told you. Okay. So, what happens is that you have to, so basically, uh, you have to acknowledge the challenge. Oral representation comes with certain challenges, like when you are, take for example, when I ask you, okay, I have not asked you, I believe, in class ever, but I have definitely asked the first years in their first semester. They have had to, suffer a lot under my company because they had to frequently give public speeches, presentations, formal presentations, and they would have to prepare and they would have to present themselves on the dais of their classroom. Now, what happens is that when we are asked to speak in public, our throat dries up most often. Okay. Why does our throat dry up? Out of nervousness, right? Out of anxiety, whether we would embarrass ourselves on stage or whether, we would not be able to speak up to the mark because so many eyes are watching us. We feel exposed. In a way, we feel vulnerable that so many eyes, not they are not just watching us, but they are kind of, throwing arrows at us, a sea of heads. What am I going to speak if I stutter? If I, you know if I stutter and if I'm unable to pronounce a word correctly, they would judge me and they would think that I'm not good enough, and then I would be literally right standing right in front of the eyes of criticism and all of these things. Okay, so this is the reason why mainly, you have also faced for yourselves. This is the reason why we do not actually, you know, we avoid public speeches or coming under the limelight. Okay, because we feel that we are kind of exposed and the entire gaze of the world is on us, and we don't know what to do with it, because the moment we falter, the moment we make any mistake, we will be instantly judged and we will not even be looked at as anything else or anybody else beyond or away from the stage, right? So this is what happens. But the thing is, when you are making a presentation, you have to keep in mind that you have to take it as a challenge. Okay, you have to take it as a challenge because it is very important for us to speak. Okay, because we have been blessed with a tongue, unlike other animals who have just been blessed with a tongue to taste their food and to lick and to chew. Sorry, for chewing you have teeth, whatever. But unlike other animals whose function of the tongue is just to taste their food, we are not like that. We are human beings and our tongue has been blessed with the gift of language, right? Our tongue has been blessed with the gift of language, gift of words. So since we are blessed with that, it is important that we use it, we make use of it, not only to inspire the world around us, but also to inspire ourselves, right? Not only to, voice our opinion and be vocal, and we use it for protestations, we use it for, words of comfort, we use it for anything, because language and words in a spoken form, they are of course always important and they are more persuasive. Of course, written form of language is also persuasive, but when you are speaking with full force and full passion, the impact that it creates is on a different level altogether. Okay, so this is the thing. And also we have seen all throughout history, if you take into account our struggle for freedom or pre-independent India, when all these, political, all of our, leaders of freedom struggle, starting from Gandhiji to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, or or your Bipin Chandra Pal and Sarojini Naidu, for example. We have so many people who have inspired and who have boiled the blood of Indians against the British Raj with their seditious speeches, with their inflammatory speeches, with their incinerating speeches, right? So this is the reason why language and spoken form of language is so important. Now, most of us, we shudder, we are scared, we become anxious when we have to go up on stage, but we have to overcome this fear and we have to take it as a challenge, because verbal presentation can create an impact, and we have seen it in history how it has created an impact, right? Of course, it has created negative impacts, okay, because when Harry S. Truman had announced the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that had created a negative impact because that had permanently mutated the world, the biology of the world, or one part of the planet, right? So of course it has had negative impacts, but we cannot overlook the positive impacts. And anything that you do is a double-edged sword, right? You using social media, internet, even though it is a source of knowledge, people have used it for misused it for various different purposes as well. So anything that you do is a double-edged sword, right? But you have to know how to use it effectively and properly, right? So that is there. So you have to take it as a challenge, because as I told you, that power of words and power of spoken words create an impact on a different scale altogether, right? So that is there. Next, we have recognize the costs and benefits. Okay. So we have to recognize the costs and benefits. Okay. So you have to acknowledge the personal and the professional costs of remaining stuck and not tackling the challenge that speaking before others can pose. Unfortunately, even if an employee has strong technical skills, an admirable work ethic, and intelligent and innovative ideas, what happens is that, if they lack if they lack if they lack their power of communication, that kind of takes a backseat. Their technical skills and technical communication skills, they take the backseat, and nothing can be done about that. I mean, that kind of severely damages their performance, right? So that is the reason why you have to weigh the cost. Like, if you're not coming up, if you're not being vocal, if you're not voicing your opinions, if you're not saying what you feel, then what price you might have to pay as a result of remaining silent. Okay. Silence, as we all know, is golden, but not every time. Because when you need to voice out your opinions, when you need to voice out your protestations, silence becomes a curse at that time. Okay. Next, we come to commit to learning. So, whether public speaking makes you anxious or whether you enjoy taking center stage, everyone can learn how to become a better public speaker. Okay, so regardless of where you are on the public speaking spectrum, you have to develop your skills by learning about and practicing the tips and techniques. Okay, so yeah, so public speaking or speaking out among a group of people is imperative. Okay, and of course, if you look for yourself, like if you take your own examples for here, for you, the immediate concern is that if you're not speaking out when the companies are coming to recruit you in your campus, then you lose out, because there will be other people who will trump over you with their speaking skills. And if you are not able to match up to that, then your chances of getting the job goes lower and lower and lower and lower and lower, right? So that is the reason why, even if you are anxious, for you, you know that you have to develop and hone this skill so that you can bag a job, or so that your chances of getting a job gets better, right? So that is the reason why your public speaking skills are extremely important, like for you to get a job as well as for life, because it does not end with you getting a job only. Because when you are being recruited for a job in an IT sector, you will be asked to give presentations on a regular basis and very very frequently. So you have to know how to speak. You have to hone your abilities from here itself. From first year only you are doing it, but now you have to do it even more. Okay, so, with this, we come to the end of our course on effective technical communication as well as on Unit 5. I wish you all the best for your examinations, and this will be disseminated to you. These videos will be disseminated to you very soon. Thank you for listening. Thank you for paying attention throughout the semester.